Hey guys, are iron sights better than red dot sights for Nerf? Short answer is, depends. All opinions expressed in this video are my own. Feel free to agree or disagree in the comment section below, and like and subscribe to my channel if you find this discussion helpful. From my experience playing Nerf games with both irons and red dots, and with long range blasters like the Harrier and Pyro, and short range blasters like the Diana and Nightingale, these are the criteria I came up with for comparison. Ease of use for new players. For a new player, red dot sights may be easier to use and aim with. Just point, align the red dot with your target and shoot. For iron sights, there is a learning curve to align the front sight post with the rear sights or apertures. But after some practice, it is possible to acquire targets at roughly the same speed with both irons and red dots. This brings us to the next criteria: ease of target acquisition. It gets a little bit tricky now. Personally, I find iron sights easier and faster to aim with and acquire targets at close to mid-range, with a lower FPS blaster like the pistol-sized Diana. For targets within 10 meters, I simply aim for the center mass. For targets further than 10 meters, I simply tilt the front sight post slightly higher with my wrist and arc my shots, taking into account the trajectory of a foam dart while still pointing at the center mass. With a red dot, for further targets beyond 10 meters, I have to lift up my entire arm, aim it at the target's head or the area above the target to fire. Hence, I am adjusting and shifting the point of aim constantly over a wider area by lifting and lowering my arms. Hence, I prefer to use irons for sidearms at close to mid ranges, and it is easier to keep my aim on the target's center mass and tilt accordingly. It also feels more instinctive and intuitive to me. But for further distances like 30 meters with a high FPS blaster, I feel red dots are better than irons, simply because of its wider field of view, and there are no iron sight parts blocking or overlapping your view of the faraway target, which is also smaller now. Red dot sights take the win for long ranges. Next criteria: rail estate for high FPS blasters. Red dot sights generally require less rail space, compared to iron sights which take up space at the front and back of the rail. If you love to attach a lot of accessories on your blaster, you may have to play around with the rail space available on your blaster. Red dots take the win here for the bigger, higher FPS blasters. Next, reliability and maintenance. Iron sight attachments are simple and reliable after they are zeroed for high FPS blasters. For low FPS sidearms, no zeroing is required. However, red dot sights, especially the Repro ones, do not hold zeros as well as irons, simply because they are meant for foam dart or gel ball blasters, which are essentially toys. After some shots, especially for high FPS springers and AEBs with their higher recoil, the red dots, depending on their build quality, may eventually shift and become less accurate, and will have to be zeroed again. Also, many of the cheaper red dots tend to fade away at outdoor games where the sun is bright, making it hard to see and aim. If you want a good red dot sight that is bright and holds zero, you may have to get the branded and more expensive ones for real steel, which does not make sense for Nerf games. There is one exception, which is this type of red dot sight. I find that it holds zero very well compared to the others, probably because the elevation and windage adjustments are mechanical and external. It is way cheaper too. Most players I know find it very ugly, with some saying it resembles a cockroach. However, I found this metal cover online specifically meant to cover this kind of red dot sight. It looks so much better now, doesn't it? Anyway, in general, red dot sights also need to be handled more carefully and require some maintenance, like regular cleaning of the lenses and changing of batteries. This brings us to the next criteria: cost. Iron sights are generally cheaper and require no maintenance, hence they are a one-time cost. Red dot sights, on the other hand, are generally more expensive and they rely on batteries. Straightforward win for the iron sights. The last criteria is aesthetics. Aesthetics is very subjective and personal depending on the look or feel you're going for. If you want an old school look or vibe to your blaster, iron sights are the way to go. If you want a modern operator vibe to your blaster, red dots will probably look better. It is a draw. So here is a summary of the comparison of the pros and cons of red dots and irons. Once again, there is no clear winner, and it depends on which type of sight you like to use for different scenarios. What is your current optic setup for your blasters? Do you prefer iron sights or red dot sights? Let us know in the comments below. Please like and subscribe if you found this video helpful. Thank you and see you.